Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is going to be our Tipsy Thursday, the first Tips Thursday of May, and I'm going to be covering how to send out a Mother's Day email blast. Mother's Day is around the corner, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of review email marketing and show you how easy it is to send out an email to your contacts through the CRM. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Can someone jump on here and let me know if you guys see everything correct? If you guys can see my screen?
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Michelle. So hopefully by now you guys are familiar with our CRM and have logged in, but if you haven't, this is what the homepage looks like, and you can access this through pmz.com, scrolling all the way to the bottom and clicking that login option. So from here, what we're going to do is first, we're going to look at our contact list, and we're basically going to create a new contact just for mothers. This is going to make it so much easier to send out the email blast than having to remember each of the mothers individually while we're when we send the email. So this is going to help us in the long run. So to get started, we're just going to go to contacts. I'm going to click on groups here. And we're going to create a new group. You can have as many groups as you want and need. You can do one for birthdays, anniversaries. If you have buyers and renters and sellers that you want to send targeted emails to, you can segment them into different groups. So for this one, we're just going to do Mother's Day, and I'm just going to keep it simple, Mother's Day group description, and then I'm going to go ahead and create the group. So once the group has been created, and we can see that here, I'm going to go back to my clients list, because at least for me, it's easier to see the client's name to kind of like recall, okay, are they a mother? Are they not a mother, etc. So I'm just going to go down the list, and I'm going to select all the mothers from my contacts list. And I mean, if you want to do something more of a generic Mother's Day post, maybe you sent one to people who, to your contacts, reminding them it's Mother's Day and letting them not forget to, reach out to their mom. So that's another strategy that you can do as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just click these. So I've selected all my mothers. At the top of the page, I'm going to go to assign to group up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Mother's Day and assign them. So now that if I go back to my groups and click on Mother's Day here, and I can go ahead and click edit group review members, and I can confirm that those were added on here. Okay, is everybody with me so far? Any questions? Okay. So from now, we're going to go ahead and go over to email and email marketing. Let's go ahead and click on there, and you'll see that there's a lot of stock templates. One of the things that the stock templates do not have is a Mother's Day post, a Mother's Day email. So there's a lot of different holidays, but there isn't one for Mother's Day. So I went ahead and created that, and you'll find that under company templates here. So it's just a very important to remember, it's under company templates. So let's go ahead and click those, and you'll see there's a couple that we've already created as for the PMZ. And if we hover over to Mother's Day, we'll click here, and then this looks like just a generic one, but I promise it's not. So once we click in here, now we see our Mother's Day email that we want to send out.
That's
so
actually pretty, Alondra.
Oh, thank you. And I'm going to show you how to kind of go over and customize everything. So you really want to make sure that this feels and looks like it's coming from you, right? And not just another generic email that they're going to receive. And there's a couple of different things that we can do. And I would say, it's definitely, you want to spend some time and effort in here. So we can customize the subject line. So we can just do, right now it's just some Happy Mother's Day. If you want to enter their name, we can do that. So we can go ahead and do, if we click on, if you notice here where it says token, I think I'm going to do it at the beginning, and then I'm going to click on the token scroll scrolling to the bottom, and it'll say contact first name. So that's what I want to include. I wanted to include my contact's first name here. And then I'm going to do comma space. So it'll say, like, if I'm using my name, Alondra, Happy Mother's Day. Or we can do vice versa, where it can be Happy Mother's Day, comma, and then we're just going to copy and paste that into here. So now it'll say Happy Mother's Day, comma, Alondra, or whatever your contact's first name is. Does anybody need me to go over that one more time?
Alondra, that token, does that just pop up when you kind of hover your?
Yeah, so if you notice, as soon as I click into here, it hovers over.
Thank you.
So I always like to make sure that I, point this out. If by any chance you feel like you may have erased one of those parentheses or added an extra space and you're not sure, go ahead and just delete it and then reinsert it again. So just, again, contact first name. It's really important that you don't change anything about the way that it's entered, because if you do, then when they receive their email, instead of having their actual first name on there, it's going to say contact first name. And that's what we don't want, right? So always be on the safe side, and just, if you feel like you may have, changed it in any way, then go ahead and reinsert it. So now that we have our Mother's Day subject line, let's go back into the image. So let's say this is a nice image, but maybe we want something different. We can go ahead and click over to body image here. And then under company templates, you're going to find a couple. So I have the one that's in the email up here, and I went ahead and created a Mother's Day one at the bottom. So if you just scroll down, you'll see the four different other options, right? So let's say we're going to go with this one. I will just click select, and then now I'm going to click select image, and now it will replace it within my email. Yeah. Is everybody okay? Did I lose anybody? Okay. So I'm just going to go over it again just in case. So if you, let's say maybe this one doesn't work, again, we'll go to body image. And then if you want to upload your own images, you can. You would just go to my images here, and then you would choose file. And then we would find the image that you're wanting to upload, and then make sure that you click agree and then save image. So again, you'll want to make sure that that image is copyright free. So you can't just go into Google, search Mother's Day, save it and upload it, because that might have a copyright to it. So safest way to do is use any of the images that we have on here. If you want something a little bit more customized, you can head over to shutterstock.com, find something that fits your style better, and then let me know, and I will download that for you and add it into the CRM for you. So we've added our image. Now we can do our salutation. Again, this is contact first name, and we can add another line like, hi, Michelle, just wanted to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Whatever we want to have this look like, we can do that here. And then under message text, under here, this is our message. So we can customize this. We can change the fonts and change the colors, do any of that sort of thing on here. And as soon as you click into it, you'll see that there's all those options to change the font, to change the size of the text, and if you want to change the color on here too. And then for your message here, this is pretty simple, generic, but maybe I would spend some time and sharing here on your experience as Mother's Day. What's the best gift you've ever received on Mother's Day? What are you looking forward to the most? So I would think this is a perfect place to kind of just be vulnerable for a minute and talk about what Mother's Day means to you, what your favorite, like I said, favorite thing about Mother's Day is, your favorite memory, or maybe you give some tips on things that they can your clients can do in a way to honor their mom, right? So any like thoughtful gift ideas, any activities, etc. So, and that will go a lot further than just a generic, hey, happy Mother's Day email, which is, I would say an email is better than nothing. So at the very minimum, go ahead and send this. But if you want to take it to like the next level, definitely spend some time, be a little bit vulnerable on here, and just use that as an opportunity to connect with your clients and your fellow mothers. So let's say this is exactly what we want to send. We're ready to send. Then we're going to go back to this menu here. We can either click save, and then this will get saved as an email template for us. So I'm going to go ahead and save it into mine just so that I show you what that looks like. I'm going to give it a title. So it'll be Mother's Day. And I'm going to choose a news folder, and I'm going to label it Mother's Day. Click save. So let's say you're working on this, maybe you want to spend some more time before you send it out. You get distracted, do something, you want to come back to it later to send. So I've already saved it, and then I'm going to show you how to get back to that. So let's say I'm logging in again, I'm on my homepage. We're going to go to email marketing. And then instead of going back to the company made one, you want the one that you just created and, made your changes to. You're going to find that under my templates here. You see I have quite a few. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Mother's Day, and it looks like I have two. So I'm hoping this one. Yep, there we go. So then from here, if I'm ready to send, I'm going to go ahead and click send on here. And then this is where what we set up, the group that we just set up with all the mothers or whoever we're sending this comes into play, because all I have to do is type in Mother's Day, and that gives me my group name Mother's Day. And then that's all I have to do. It's automatically going to send to everybody within that group. This is another thing too. If you want to, as you are adding clients throughout the year, you can, be proactive and add them to this group or any other group. So that way next year when you send this out, again, all you have to do is Mother's Day. You don't have to go ahead and go through and add every single contact again.
Alondra, quick question. I can't remember. Can we add a contact to more than one group?
Yes, you can. Yeah. So let's say I have a contact named Amy, and let's say she's a renter. She's probably going to buy in the next couple of weeks. And then obviously she's a mother. So I can add her as my Mother's Day group. I can add her on her birthday. I can add her to my renters group or prospective buyers group. Yes. So if we want to send it now, it'll immediately send it now. If you want to maybe save this and send it for a future delivery date, you can click send later. And under here, we'll just choose the date. So if you want to have this be sent out Sunday morning, you can. If you can also have this sent out maybe the day before, I'm sure everybody gets 100 emails. So if you want to kind of stand out a little bit, you choose to send it out maybe Friday or Saturday ahead, or maybe you want to send it out Mother's Day, but maybe not the first thing in the day. Maybe you want to send it in the afternoon. Completely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and send this on Saturday afternoon, and then just click schedule delivery here. And now I see this pop up that says email scheduled. Okay. So if let's say we're like, okay, that was a little too easy. I'm not sure, did that get sent out? If we want to double check that is scheduled out, what we can do is head over back to our homepage here. And if we scroll all the way down, at the bottom here of the homepage, you'll see your open rate for your emails and any email insights. So this is really important to look at and see what's going on there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on view email insights. And it's going to tell me that I have a 61% open rate. I've sent out 1,100 emails, and then 692 have been opened. And I think this might give me, I think mine might be a little different, but what you'll want to pay attention to, let's go back. is this down here is where it says view emails with future delivery. The bottom link here. And then when you are looking at your stats, your open rates, keep in mind that this is a 7-day period that you're looking this for. So if we click on here and we can change what that 7-day period is, and that'll give you your open rate for those 7 days. Now let's go ahead and click on view emails with future delivery. And I should kind of put a disclaimer. I have a lot of fake just contacts in there, just that I use to kind of show you guys an example. So it only 2 of those contacts that I've added to the group were validated, which are these 2. So that's why it's only showing me those 2. But now it's going to give me the email address it's being sent to, the subject line, delivery date, and then on here to the right, I can click view, and it will show me an example of what that email is going to look like. So now let's say maybe I've had a change of mind, or I found an error, something comes up and I want to delete that, select it, click delete here. Okay, any questions? Don't come at me at once, please. No, seriously. Michelle, you look like you have something to say.
Can you just back up one more quick second to the, what'd you call it? The open rates.
Yes.
How did you get to here?
So went back to my dashboard. So this is the home page, and you can just go to dashboard, and I scrolled all the way to the very bottom. And then you'll see here where it has open rate, and then view email insights. So it's going to give you a quick snapshot. And then once you click view email insights, it'll pull up this page.
I have a question.
Yes.
When the email is received, is it a link that they have to open to see the card, or is the card automatically?
It's automatically gonna be,
Okay,
that's
awesome.
exactly what they see. So let's click on here, click view. This is exactly what they're going to see when they open up the email, which is really great. And that's one of the best things that I know, one of the biggest improvements that we've made when we switched over to the CRM versus our old e-card system is the ability that we're able to send full emails like this and not just the link.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And there's a couple of practices that you'll want to keep in mind when we're creating sending emails. We always want to have a lot more, the more text on here, the better, because it won't, if there's too many images, the email block spam thing will make it look, kind of basically tell it, hey, this is potentially spam, and it'll like filter it out. So having a good amount of text in the email is better, because it'll, it won't be filtered out through through spam.
So you recommend basically one picture and then the rest words?
Yeah, text. So you definitely want to, if you can have a combination of both, but definitely want to have a good amount of text on there. Like I would say this is decent. I would encourage you to do maybe a little bit more than that, and you'll be fine. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't see the pop-up. I just realized that. Can you see the email now? Okay, this is exactly what they're going to be seeing when they open up your email. Sorry, Debbie. I just realized that I wasn't sharing my whole screen.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Okay. Any other questions?
I'm assuming we can do this exact same thing when Father's Day pops around.
Yes. So I'll go ahead and create I'll create a couple Father Day ones on there so that you have those available. And if there's any other types of emails or holidays that you're not seeing in the system that you would like to see, just send me an email and I can create those. I know we created the Spring Forward one, and then we've done, I think we've added a couple more images for Easter. So if there's a couple that you don't see on there, you want more variety, let me know and I can create those in the system.
Do we have any Groundhog's Day?
Oh, be interesting. Let's find out. I don't see, and I don't think so. Would you like to see Groundhog's Day there?
By next year, yes, I
Yeah,
would.
definitely. And another thing too, if you wanted to create your own, you can definitely do that. So we can go over to where are blank emails? Okay, if you go to stock templates, you'll see these that have blank. So you basically, when you're in here, what you're paying attention to is the body of the email. So if you're wanting to do something like what I just did with the Mother's Day one, you're going to click on here. And this is going to give you the option to create an image. It's going to, this is if you wanted to create a link to, to a video for example, you can click that on there. And then your message text on here as well. So, and if you're, if you want like just no header, you want that blank, you can click on here. You could also just, I think what I also did was just come into like a birthday one and I just customized everything. So I went to subject line and let's just say, wanted to say, day. So now that's updating there. Obviously, I would pick a different image, right, to go along with that. And then same thing that you'll do, just, change the salutation. You can erase it all together and then you can write your message here. So you can also use any of like the built-in templates to make changes to those. Okay, awesome. And let's see.
Thank you.
And to the stock, so I'm getting Anne's chat. How do you go from the home page? How do you go to the stock page? Are you talking about the stock templates? Okay. So if we're talking about the templates, where if you go to just my dashboard here, okay, you'll start from here, then you're going to hover over to email and then click on email marketing. So once we click on those, they're automatically going to show you all the stock ones. And then if you click on stock, you'll see the different categories that they have them under. And then you would just click on them as needed. So if we click on Memorial Day, you have a couple of Memorial Day ones. So what that does, it'll just filters them out by category. If not, it'll just automatically show you all of them that are under the stock ones. Does that answer your question, Anne? Okay, awesome. Any other questions? Does everybody feel confident to go ahead and jump off this call and send out a Mother's Day email?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, awesome. That was my goal today. So I'm happy that you guys feel confident to do that. If you have any other questions, please let me know. If not, then I will end this meeting early. And I do want to say that next Tipsy Thursday in 2 weeks from now will be canceled because I will be at an award ceremony. So I won't be able to jump on. So I'll make sure to send out an email reminding you of that.
Thank you so much, Alondra. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
of course. All right. Well, if you are a
Thank
mother
you.
out there, happy Mother's Day. Have a great weekend. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Alondra. Have a good day.
All right. You do too.